I'm sitting about to go crazy, eating and sleeping and always thinking.
Madam Chair.
Are you done? Councilman Murphy, are you done, sir?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Councilman Mays?
Yeah, Madam Chair. You know, sometime, and I'm just going to be frank, sometime I'm embarrassed to sit on this particular council. What you say, Ms. Worthing? You out of order. Madam Chair, she out of order, because when I start saying amen, sister, and messing with her, she ain't gonna like it. Now here she done hollered across the room, amen, brother.
Thank you,
Now
Councilman.
ain't that out of order?
Thank you, Councilman Mays. You have the floor.
Mr. Murphy, you ain't making points with the people who I know. You might be making some points with some folks you know, but you ain't making points with the people who I know. Now that's germane to me. And you're doing it repeatedly. You are a distraction from the business of the city, as far as I'm concerned. And so ignorance of the law and the rules is no excuse, whether it's her, Mr. Murphy, or anybody else who was out of order and getting warnings and then stealing meat.
Point of order.
What's your point of order, Councilman Murphy?
The motion is on these two resolutions. Him interpreting Quincy ignorant of the rules and all of that stuff is not germane to what we talking about, and he keep trying to call me out, and I'm just saying, I'm just asking in respect that he, chairwoman, that you catch him and get him together, because Quincy, we gonna be going back down that rabbit hole again, and I'm not trying to go there. So I'm just saying we gonna be fair about this, and I'm just asking him to speak on the subject matter and don't speak on Quincy Murphy.
Mr. Murphy just don't get it. And maybe when he does seem to get it, a light bulb will click on. And I'm not going to let my political career go down the drain because folks are ignorant to the rules, how they work. They don't want to suspend them.
Point of order.
What's your point of order, Councilman Murphy?
What I'm saying is Eric Mays, in his interpretation of Councilman Murphy, is not germane to the motion, and that's why I am calling him out of order. And I am saying, in all due respect, will you put, as the chairperson, while you have Councilman Mays have the floor, in his discussion matter of the motion, will he stay germane to the subject, and please leave Councilman Murphy out of his interpretation of how he thinks my characteristic is in dealing with this governing this city council meeting, so we can move forward, because here we are again going back and forth again, and I really feel bad that I have to go here and go back and forth with this man, you know, and I know he didn't want me on council. This is why he didn't want me on council, because he knew Quincy wasn't going to allow him to treat me any kind of way.
Okay.
I understand that.
What's your point of order?
Because I know what he's doing. And then when I clap back or say something back, next thing you know, I want to file a complaint. I ain't got time for all of that. I want to get here and get the business done so I can leave here and go to work.
The next caller has been unmuted if they'd like to speak to council.
Hi, my name is James Harvey. I'm calling from the 3rd Ward. And I agree with a lot of the other people. I know Republic hasn't done that great a job, but we need to pass that extension so that we can get our trash picked up. Trash is important, and this is also going to shut down all of our community cleanups because we won't be able to get dumpsters from Republic anymore. If we can just give them 90 days You know, I mean, I've had talk around my neighborhood where people are going, we're just going to pick a random councilman and come dump our trash on their lawn every day till our trash starts getting picked up again. So people are serious about this, and we're tired of people playing political games and running around, you know, worried about all the wrong things when they should be worried about getting this trash picked up. If you want to get a new company, do it. But do not stop service in the meantime. We can't start up the Flint City trash again. We don't have any trucks. Where are we going to get the millions of dollars for those trucks at? And how are we going to buy them by tomorrow? You know, people need to stop playing games, stop with your little cliques, stop with y'all fighting amongst each other, stop with all this
Point of
nonsense.
information.
And,
Point of information.
Just one moment, sir. One moment.
What the fuck, man? I ain't one of your councilmen.
Sir,
I'm going to follow your
Sir,
damn
you're
rules,
out of
Mr. Mays.
order. Sir, you're out of order.
Yeah, you know what? Tell
Okay.
Mr. Mays go fuck himself.
Sir, please mute him, Janelle. Mr. Mays, you call a point of information, and then I will address the
Yeah,
speaker.
I called the point of information, and I'm glad I did, because I can cuss probably better than this guy. But if anybody dumped some trash on my yard, I want to know, do he think I'd get the $2,000 fee from Crime Stoppers? I can see that this is a guy who I like to hear him talk publicly.
Mr. Mays,
So come on and dump it. And I want to know, my point is, can I get the $2,000 Crime Stoppers fee? It's clear what my point of information was.
Thank
He
you,
helped
Mr.
make
Mays.
it clear with his editorial.
Thank you, Mr. Now, I'm going to address the speaker. Speaker, you cannot use profanity, okay? I would like to let you finish your time, but please, however upset you are, and I know a lot of people are upset, please keep your wits about you and stop using profanity and take a deep breath and start out again without anger if you can. So you may now proceed.
Point of
Janelle.
information and point of
Mr.
order,
Mays.
Madam President. Point of order.
What is your point of order, Mr. Mays?
It ain't just no nice talk to him, because if he were black, you'd have warned him. So give him a warning and let him back on. That's what you should do. That's my point of order. He get his first warning, then you let him back on. Ain't no nice talk to him.
Mr. Mays, you are out of order. That wasn't a true point of order. I did warn the
I'll
gentleman.
appeal the ruling of the chair. Who do you think you're dealing with?
Okay, Mr. Mays.
Madam Chair, I am going to second it.
Ms. Galloway has seconded. Okay,
Before this guy even cussed, I wanted to warn him in a polite point of order. Don't get caught, you or nobody else, whether it's 2, 3 in the morning or 7 in the evening, dumping no trash on me or no other council person's yard. Because if you do and think we're going to be silent on that, somebody could go to jail. And it could not be a nice situation. Dump it on the mayor's yard. Dump it on City Hall, but don't come dumping it. And if you do, well, we'll get it up, but then I hope we catch you so somebody can go to jail, and I want a $2,000 reward if I help catch you. This is a violent city we in right now. Here you got, whether he black, white, purple, or green, who the heck you think he talking to? That comes from the disrespect, for one, you've given me, Council President. Whether these folks is black or white, you got Deputy Chief of Staff beating somebody up in roofs. You got the state police doing an investigation saying pick them up on a warrant. I'm not studying this guy talking about cussing and doing on a point of information. That's the type of community we in. And I'm telling you, it go both ways.
you may have the floor, Ms. Worthing.
Thank you. Mr. Mays is concerned. He's concerned about violence. I was practically crying a month ago as a single mother of 2 who has been constantly called worthless, a racist, a KKK member. And you all voted that he should be able to continue due to free speech. You even allowed others to cuss because of free speech. Mr. Woodson was allowed to continue. He was cussing.
When he was muted,
last
the
month.
profanity and the level of disrespect, it rose to such a high level that there should have been no way, and I don't care who he was talking to, the fact that he continued to use profanity and the fact that you muted him, his time was up. For us to give him another chance just seems, I mean, because there are certain things that you warn, and there are certain things that are just blatant insubordination and
I want the law followed. Give him his first warning. Let him finish up, and then it'll be fair for everybody. That was my appeal, and I'm sticking with it. There's a lot of stuff I do that you and others misinterpret. Thank you so much.
Madam President, Mr. Canal,
Janelle, go ahead.
that public speaker hung up a long time ago.
Oh, okay.
He's not on the line.
Then it's a moot, M-O-O-T, moot point. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Mr. Davis? Mr. Davis? Mr. Davis?
You know, this is kind of disturbing how I've been muted for the last 15 minutes. I wanted to speak on the appeal and everything else. And you ain't, Madam Clerk, you ain't paying no attention to when people get muted. My phone just drops.
I am trying to, Mr.
I'm trying to thank you.
Mr. Davis? Mr. Davis, I wasn't aware you were. Mr. Davis, wait until I finish.
I'm talking to the clerk.
Please wait until I finish.
Go ahead.
I wasn't, Mr. Davis.
I'm gonna speak on the muting because it's vitally important. I make these votes. It's vitally important. When I want to say something, I want to say something. But I think Madam Clerk or whoever it is that's controlling these phones, if somebody drops, scan from time to time as a council person able to speak just as if we was voting. It's just as important. And I'm pissed about what's going on because you was not fair. And I'm thinking now, hey, this is another level of unfairness. Racism is showing its ugly head. The man said, dropped the F word, and you act like it's normal?
And I'm going to ask that one be put in writing. Y'all running us down a slippery slope with these rules. You can frown all you want to, Mr. Murphy. The rules is the rules.
Point of information.
Okay, Davina is
Never
bringing.
mind.
You withdraw. Davina is.
So let me just tell my colleagues one thing. So the error that I made is I shouldn't have let Mr. Mays separate. We should have been
Point of order.
Wait, Councilman.
Point of order.
Point of order.
That's not factual, Miss Galloway. You can separate and then move forward. Don't put the blame on me for something your buddy did. You trying to get their vote for president? I mean, I hate that you dogs me out, and then I'm just a point of order. I could separate.
Okay.
Don't say that.
Davina, I'm sorry. I think I might have misunderstood. Normally, when we're on council floor, we...
Okay, this is Barbara Moore, and, you know, it's amazing. Now, when Councilwoman Galloway said her prayer, asked for forgiveness, and petitioned God, you know, asking for the city of Flint to be able to move forward. You know, I felt that was really great, and I know that prayer changes things. But then we get all off into this chaotic scene, which is totally ridiculous. Now, I'm going to respond to the last caller prior to me, talking about the attacks on Eric Mays. You know, it's not just one way. Eric Mays attacked people on a consistent basis. Why don't he tell him to stop attacking people? Because they are going to attack back. You know, and like I say, I'm not stuck on this black thing and this white thing. I'm stuck on what's right. And as far as the speaker that used the profanity, I can call the name Robert Jones. When he was out of order, saying KKK, y'all allowed him to keep on talking, saying freedom of speech. And when Mr. Woodson used profanity, it was freedom of speech.
Good afternoon, Council. My name is Antonio Wiggins. I am calling in regards to the council members on this board that's following behind Eric Mays. You all know who you are. The public knows who you are. We see you. As far as Eric Mays go, I just want to put this out here on the side note. I took a butt whooping a few years ago. That little 2-year-old butt whooping you took, get over it. Suck it up. It's over. Okay? He got you. The best man won. But in regards to this garbage contract, I want to say that y'all all know the mayor then gave it to his friends, no different than when Kwame Kilpatrick done what he done, the illegal backdoor deals or whatever.
Thank you. Is there any other member of council who wishes to speak in the second
Madam
round?
Chair.
Yes, Ms. Worthing.
I wasn't going to say anything, but I'm just going to quote what was told to me by Mr. Mays last month on April 13th. He said, there are some nasty people on this council. Ms. Worthing, Kate Fields. This ain't the first time that female, who just happens to be white, maybe it's a cultural difference. You don't hear Herkenroder saying nothing when the white female cuss. I wouldn't even ride the elevator with Miss Worthing and Miss Herkenroder. Don't trust them. I done heard them lie and say stuff. I don't trust certain folks. It ain't all white folks. It ain't all white women. But I have life experiences. I give Miss Worthing permission to go to the top of the Mackinac Bridge and do a 3-time somersault. I give her permission to go to the roof of City Hall and do a double flip-flop. That is all. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there any other member of council who wishes to speak?
It can bog stuff down, because I'll ask that all of them be put in writing because of the way that this body is moving. It's disrespectful. You letting her sit over there and disrespect. Yeah, brother. You know, that pisses me off.
Point of information.
Yeah.
There's certain things happening that's pissing me off.
What's your point of information?
No, this is Eva Worthing.
Councilwoman Worthing.
Yeah, I rebuke everything that Miss Galloway says in the name of the Lord, because I don't know what Lord she's serving, but it sure isn't mine.
You right about that, baby girl.
Madam President, you may make your
Mr.
motion.
Chair, I made a motion to adjourn.